Onto the track, and race 1 checked in for qualifying. The track was wet, with mud in some areas, as we wished for the sun before race day. With the track conditions being wet, dry and muddy in some areas, drivers had to decide what tires to qualify on, if slicks or wet tires. Roger Mears qualified on pole with David Somerville second and Mark Maloney third. Welcome back. We present the second round of the Seaboard Marine Caribbean Motor Racing Championships hosted by the Barbados Auto Racing League at the Bushy Park Racing Circuit in St. Philip, Barbados. Jamaica, Guyana, and even the Cayman Islands descended on the twisty circuit to challenge the local racers for supremacy. The drivers released some of their tension on us.
I hope I finish all the races, first of all. I hope the weather doesn't spoil our fun, because if it rains it's going to just mess things up really bad, literally. The car is pretty much working okay, and I'd like to add a little more time to sort it out, but we don't have the time.
This is your first time here in Barbados?
No, actually my second time. First time to Bushy Park and racing.
What are your expectations for today's race?
We're actually trying to maintain Cayman's second place position. I know that's a lot to wish and hope for, but we'll give it a try, and we love it here. I mean, it's the first time here, like I say, but it's a beautiful track. Love Barbados, so hope to have a good day.
The track is nice, very challenging. I really enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
How was the car?
The car was doing well then. Obviously, as you see in the background, we're having a clutch problem now, so we're replacing that. But car is fast and it's handling pretty decent. Just getting used to the track is a difficulty.
Well, this morning I had my first sample of the track. It's quite loose. I guess the water has washed off all the rubber, so we're hoping as the smaller cars get some rubber later, it'll be a bit more grippy. My car is now turbocharged, it's very fast, so looking forward to a good day of racing, and really thanks for the support and Barl and all they've done to assist us in this time.
Right now I'm currently third in the Cmrc championship. Here at Barbados there are a lot of cars that are more superior to mine. There's no way I can win, but I'm looking forward to accumulate as much points as possible for my country, and hopefully we can stay out front in the country championship.
Well, all the best.
Thank you very much.
It's good to be on the front row. We've never had this before, so we feel good. So we know we're going fast, and we've never conquered Bushy Park, and we'd like to do that. We don't know if today is the day, but we're certainly going to give it a huge effort. We are leading the Caribbean Championship again. The kind of team orders I've been given is we need to get through the first 2 races. I can do anything at the third race, but so that's in the back of the mind. But it's hard when you're up on the front row not to push really hard and try to win. There's nothing like winning.
Well, I'm starting 8th on the grid in Group 3 Class 1, and I hope to make my way up the grid as far as I can get for the second race. And I'll be starting at the back of the Cmrc race because I'm not qualifying yesterday. Well, all the best. Thanks.
Qualifying was obviously pretty slick. We decided to go out on slicks, and we had a little bit of an issue after the first time lap where the gearbox piece came out of the gearbox, and we had to change it last night. So the guys worked really hard to get that sorted out, and we're back here today. So starting a little further back than we would like, but we will certainly try to make our way through.
5th on the grid after some wet dry qualifying there yesterday. Pretty comfortable in that position. Got some real power up in the front there. Got Roger Mears, David Somerville second, third is Mark Maloney, fourth Stuart Williams, and then myself. But I'll see if I can pick my way somewhere through there in the first lap.
Mark Maloney, we're here at the start of round 2 of the Cmrc. What's the feeling?
Feeling good, just trying to get the car dialed in a little bit. Just a new engine, so we only had yesterday to get it running and to map it, so we're in the process of mapping it while we're racing. So kind of...
On the dry wet conditions, are you happy with your qualifying?
I'm happy with the qualifying, but I just know that the car can go so much faster. It's handling pretty okay, but the engine, we're getting some misses in mid-range, so hopefully through the day we can dial that out and progressively get it better.
I feel good. The car felt good yesterday as well, and the drive when we did do some testing, so things are looking good.
We know you had the record in your head. Are you still going to try to go for it today?
I don't know. I have to see how the track is. Right now the track is looking very, very green, which means it's very slippery. So I think the record will only be set or reset in a situation where the track is in very good condition, and I don't think it's going to happen today.
So what's the game plan?
Game plan is lead from start to finish.
However, once again, no one could surpass the time set by Roger Mears as he sat on pole for the first of the scheduled 3 races in the top CMRC group. As they lined up for the rolling start, alongside Mears on the front row was the points leader after round 1, which was held in Dover, Jamaica, David Somerville Jr. In the second row was the father and son team of Douglas and Mark Maloney, while the third row saw Guyana's Paul Vieira lining up beside Cayman Islands' Andy Bowden. Andrew King from Guyana was next, and he's beside Andre Anderson from Jamaica, while the back row sees Bushy Park's lap record holder Stuart Williams beside Jamaica's Peter Ray. And the green flag is dropped, and the right foot of the drivers requests more power from the beasts that lie in the bellies of these super-modified machines. It is Roger Mears who makes the best of the start and opens an early gap on Jamaica's David Somerville, who is closely followed by Barbados' Doug Maloney. Already, the cars are in single file as they exit the Hammer Bend. Mears in his Ford Focus leads from Somerville in the Mitsubishi Evolution. Mark Maloney tries to regain a position and is on the outside of Paul Vieira, while at the back, Stuart Williams is engaged in a battle with Jamaica's Peter Ray. Mears had done some improvements to the Ford Focus, but the goal to attempt to recapture the lap record, which was taken from him by Stuart Williams earlier this year. However, with the rain making the track less than ideal, he resigned his plans to just dominating the races, as it would have been impossible to reach the record. Stuart Williams, however, had a massive task ahead of him. A transmission problem at qualifying saw him unable to make it to the weigh station, and thus he had to start from the back of the grid, and here he attempts to make his way past Guyana's Andrew King under braking. But King fights back, and the two are side by side, with both closing quickly on Bowden just ahead. King in the rotary-powered Mazda RX-7 holds on to his position and immediately dives down on the inside of Bowden. At the front, it was all Roger Mears, while Somerville Jr. was feeling every inch of pressure from Douglas Maloney in the Audi A4 Quattro for second place. With such a comfortable lead, Mears was able to back off his pace and not put the car under such heavy strain. Doug Maloney takes a quick look down the inside, but decides against it. Mark Maloney has made some major changes to the Mazda RX-3 and was chasing Andy Bowden down the front straight. And here we can hear that Mark is having some mechanical problems. The battle at the back was between Peter Ray, Mark Maloney, and Andy Bowden, and it was just as intense as if it was for first place. Just look at the distance Roger Mears has on the rest of the field, as they are nowhere in sight. If not for the rain making the track slippery, the lap record might have been in jeopardy. Mears went on to win the first race easily, but his fastest lap of 41.76 seconds was almost a second slower than the lap record. Second was David Somerville. Doug Maloney just manages to hold off Stuart Williams for third. For his first race of the season, Roger Mears was elated to have crushed the field.